Hi, and welcome to Three Questions with. Got my friend James with us from Marketing Mate. Hey, James, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Kevin. Appreciate it.
So, James, I should come on the show today. I want to talk a little bit about Marketing Mate. What is it? Who should use it? Type of thing. So, start at the beginning. Tell me about the product.
Yeah, definitely. So, first things first, what it does is it helps automate your business, right? So, if you bring in over 10 leads a month, this is something for you. Okay. So, the best way to describe it is to understand the problem it's solving. Think about how many times you've tried to set up an internal system, a pipeline, a CRM, a organizational system, or a calendar system. Think about how confusing it is, how time consuming it is. You don't even use half the features on it. You may not even know what other half features exist. What I do is I help build that system for you and I tailor make it exactly to your needs, right? So let's say a lead comes in from your website. I will automatically book them. I'll link it so that way a Zoom link shows up on their calendar and your calendar. We can vet them. Let's say you're like, James, I have 100 leads a month and 50% of them are not qualified. Well, before even getting access to the calendar, we can ask them vetting questions. Ask them 1, 2, 3 questions, prospect them properly, and then send them the link. And then on the back end, you'll have a whole portal access to be able to see all of your new leads. With pipelines, we create smart pipelines for you too. So when a lead comes in, if they book an appointment, it'll automatically move to booked appointment. Let's say they're a no-show though. You can move that card right to no-show and it'll trigger a text to them saying, hey, notice you weren't able to make our appointment. Would you like to reschedule? And it'll schedule another call with them. So it really helps become it's your marketing mate. From the time a lead comes in to the time they're a lifelong customer, we can help automate any type of system internally for your business.
That makes a lot of sense to me, James, because as the business grows and you're getting more and more leads, to your point, it can be really hard to keep up. Where you might meet someone like, hey, Cab, you should reach out to this person. And I mean to do it, and I'm like, oh, I
Well, even
forgot.
before we got on, Kev, we were talking about, I think this would be great for you even,
Yeah.
it just helps solve those little problems.
Yeah, no, like I said, because I see that a lot. Like you said, hey, I forgot to follow up, or we lost the link and stuff. Just to be able to have it, automate all of that, so you're not like, oh, I meant to follow up with James because he said to reach out to me in 30 days. He's not
Mhm.
today, but I'm definitely interested. Get back to me, and then you look down, you're like, oh, it's been 90 days. Now I feel bad. Like, hey, James, in somewhere in the world, this was 30 days. I know it was like
Yep.
120.
So
So stuff
something
like that.
cool off of that is you can set a column in your pipeline, drag them to the 30-day follow-up, and in 30 days, it'll follow up with them for you.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. Now, this would seem to be really good for like people who have sales teams too, though, right?
100%. Yeah. Because we can link different salespeople with different pipelines. We can, have account or like sales executives assign accounts to different managers, and we can link it within your Salesforce. So let's say you're an existing company and you have an existing software, right? We can link it with that, odds are.
No, because that's important because sometimes, we have a sales force and the lead comes in and you're trying to make sure, like, okay, based on James's, background with our company, he'd be great to talk to Kevin, maybe someone else. So that's where you can, okay, this is someone James should be talking to. And you don't have a situation where, okay, James has 37 people in his pipeline and Kev has none, type of thing. So it allows you to kind of level it off and stuff. That really makes sense to people. So how do people learn more about this? Like, is there a way for you to show it to them so that they can see, hey, because like you said, a lot of people are using different things. And you're like, well, this is good. Or just like, you know what? I know this thing can do so much stuff, but either I don't need it, don't have the time to learn it. I just
Yep.
want a solution without, having to
You
watch a
set it up.
17-hour tutorial, have you set it up for me. Go, James, this is what I need for my business. What do you think about it? You can do that?
Yes, that's exactly what we do. And actually, within the next week, I'm gonna have a demo trigger where, so picture this, you can text my phone number, which my phone number is 878-888-MATE. So that's 6283. You can text the word demo and it will have a conversation with you and explain to you what's going on throughout the conversation. And it'll allow you to book a call then with me, or look at my pricing and plans, or just find my website. Yeah, that's exactly how I'd find me, or marketingmate.com.
Yep. So James, how about if people have questions, can they email you directly? Because in life, James, everyone thinks, you know, their needs are special. Like, well, James, but I need this, you know, and you're like, Kev, you and everyone else, but
Yeah,
if
yeah.
people are like, hey, I'm intrigued, but I want to know, I just got a quick question before I book a time. What's the best way to reach out to you?
Honestly, texting that same number, the word hi. What'll happen, yeah, seriously, because what'll happen is it'll actually store you into my system, and
Yep.
it'll provide you with the question to either schedule a call with me, or I can we can just communicate right through there, or you can always email me at james@marketingmate.com.
Yep. James, I really appreciate you taking a couple minutes to come on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thanks, Kevin.